I'm going to test the knock sensor on this Chevy V8. Got one of the probes connected to ground and the other one slips right into the knock sensor connector there. Got my digital voltmeter set at millivolts and looking at AC, and I'm going to look for the minimum max, and it'll store the highest value. So then I can just take a small hammer and just lightly tap on the block, and you can see my reading. The highest reading I get is 176 millivolts. Oh, there we go, 222. That's a moderate tap, and they're using the wood part, bouncing the hammer. I'm getting about 284 millivolts AC. So I'm going to reset my voltmeter now and install a brand new part. This one's the SU154 sensor, and it pretty much looks identical in construction to the old one. I noticed it has I think it's about a 22 millimeter flat on there, but I'm looking at the construction of it and it looks like it's crimped into place, and I don't really want to turn that, so I'm going to use a pipe wrench and turn the body, because I noticed the body is solidly made to the threaded part here, so I don't want to put a wrench on the flats. So I've got a pipe wrench here, and I'm going to remove it. I think it's a lot easier to remove it now off the vehicle like this than it would be later. And I feel like if I had tried to use a wrench on those flats, I think it would have just torn it up or destroyed it. And I'm also wondering about what I'm going to see when I open this. The new one has thread sealant on it, so I'm wondering if this opens up right into the block. Like on the other side of the block, it's where the drain is. So let's see if it would be the same. It looks like it could be the same. Like if you took this off, it might be the drainage. Sure does look like it. Since it's a convenient time to do so. You notice it's got some thread locker on there, and when you open it up and look in there, you can actually see that it goes into the chamber for the coolant. So if you remove this, coolant would come out if it was in the engine. And I'm going to install this the same way. I'm not going to put a wrench on the square part there. I'm going to use my my pipe wrench to gently put it on there and not go onto these threads. I'm afraid that might damage the mechanism. And I feel like it doesn't really need to be very tight either, because it's got thread sealant on it. That's pretty good. Now I'm just going to do a measurement. See what the voltage is on this one. Maybe my old one was fine, I'm not sure. But I thought it'd be a good time to investigate. So you can see the old reading, the highest reading was 284 millivolts AC. So I'm going to install my clamp, my meter on there, and reset it. Let's see, I'm going to start over. I'm going to go to millivolts AC, min max. Here we go. So this one's 222 millivolts. The other one actually is putting out a little more, I think. But I'm going to go with this new one anyway. So typically this one was 222 millivolts. The old one was giving me 284 millivolts. But good to know. So it's got a new sensor in it. I'm going to keep the old one. Kind of grungy, but piezoelectric sensor. So it's interesting when you look at this engine, on this side of the block there is this knock sensor. It goes into the block, and over here on this side of the engine there is the same kind of threaded part, only it's got a plug in it, and this is for draining the coolant. But they're basically on the same side of the engine, right about in the same area. And so if you remove this sensor when the engine has coolant in it, you would get coolant out of it.